Update 2. Dinah, my GF, and I also have just been living quietly in general hoping the storm passed over. I can be such a damn fool sometimes. I thought it was all going to be fine. We have cameras, lights, Dinah made a rainbow, cause of course, no trespassing sign. She got mini pride flags and staked them in the front garden. Did I mention she gardens? She's literally a dream girl. Mr. Miles sort of went back to normal. He smoked his nightly cigars, washed his car, all the usual shit. Enter the HOA. I live in a community that, how can I say this? It's not the hood, but it ain't fancy. Lots of the people here are people of color and generational owners, meaning their grandparents or great-grandparents bought the house way back in the day and the owners inherited it. Nobody minds their business, but we let each other be as far as how we use the lawns and shit like that. It's very much a stay in yo lane situation. Guy shows up at the door. I'm not home, but Dinah is, so this is what she described happened. She opens the door with the chain on and this pleasant-looking man is smiling at her, so she assumes he is a salesman. She just asks if our no soliciting sign is there and is about to close the door at that, but he said he's not selling anything, he's an officer with the HOA. Dinah hears the word officer and is cussing in every tongue she knows internally and just asks what he wants. He hands her a notice. Apparently we are in some sort of violation. Dinah's no pushover, so she's rather unimpressed at this point and he is trying to explain, we noticed some violations, and she asks point blank if what he's about to say is in the papers he gave her. He says yes, and she looks it over again. Our rainbow shit? A violation. Oh no. It's 7.7 violations all related to our rainbow shit. Now Dinah's got a main suspect in who is behind all this and she is laughing in this man's face. He says he really doesn't want to fine us since they prefer to lay back. But this is causing complaints. So I get home and she's out back painting, nothing off about that. She likes creative DIY stuff, so I just let her know I'm home and there's a box. I assumed it was for her because she freaking loves Amazon. She comes in and shows me what she's working on. Rocks, signs, a set of garden pots, you name it. She has rainbowed it and I just sigh and go, what did that man do now? And she tells me about HOA. I was like, we have an HOA? And she hands me the papers. I called the number and the voicemail prompt checks out that it is an HOA. I've been the owner of the house for over a year. So it's news to me. But I'm also first-time homeowner and I've been wrong before. I had and have a million questions. Like, don't we get billed for it or something if we're part of HOA housing? Then I noted that all the issues they are threatening to fine are accompanied by grainy photos of said items and they are all our rainbow stuff. I realize that Dinah is 2 steps off scorched earth. It takes a lot to get her there, but baby look out when she arrives at that destination, the sign being that she is about to rainbow the whole damn house. I asked her intentions and she just shrugs and says, oh, I thought they didn't get the aesthetic, so I'm helping complete your vision. How is this my fault now? And I'm like, oh sweet baby Jesus, I don't have the financials to say frick you if they fine me to oblivion. We had something of a tiff about it. A tiff is a small little argument, but an argument makes it sounds far more dire than it is, as she was camped in F them especially territory and I'm thinking of the possible consequences. I finally calm her down and she's starting to see my side of it. Guys, I fought the good fight, I really did. She was coming around, I was so close. So close to squashing this issue, calling it a night, play video games with my boo and go back to normal. But fricking no, because the goddamn box. The box wasn't addressed. It was just a box with a note that said it's a gift. They were flags. Not pride flags, but like various sizes of the American flag. Dinah saw this and flipped the frick out. She's walking around the house cussing in more than one language. And I'm there in F my life mode knowing damn well we're a step closer to scorched earth. That was last night. She was still creating her DIY rainbow stuff when I went to bed. I'm not even going to try and sound like I want to attempt to think it's anyone else up to this bullshittery for obvious reasons, gestures broadly, but also because Mr. Miles smoked his nightly cigar and I don't know what he said to Dinah, who happened to be out there.
Yeah,
Right, baby, since when do you even like sitting outside at night alone? And she is swearing up and down he all but admitted it, but even if he hadn't, she checked our camera and Mr. Miles's son seems to be taking photos of our home from the sidewalk. So now we know at least Paul has something to do with this too. Dinah's not back from work yet, and IWFH, so I'm basically just waiting for the other show to drop because now my GF has gone full Gollum, and God help anyone who tries to stop whatever it is she is thinking about doing. It's like trying to stick your foot out to stop a bullet train. Not gonna happen and damn painful. I'll update when the other shoe drops.